This is the Quran. Where is Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam? Where is Muhammad Allah, the one no one has ever seen? Tell him, let that unseen Lord stand before the gods of Quraysh. This is how pride blinds the heart. This is how arrogance deafens the ear to truth. We guard this house, and he says it belongs to his Lord. Even the gods had forgotten who gave them the key. This is the Quraysh, the tribe that fed the pilgrims and forgot who fed them. We are Quraysh, the protectors of the Kaaba. Who will stop Quraysh? They claimed the house, they claimed the safety, but what they claimed was never theirs. Who will challenge us? We are the sons of this valley. This is the story of arrogance before worship. This is the story of the tribe that bowed to idols and forgot the one who gave them honor. This is Surah Quraish. In most Muslim families, children are made to memorize the Quran verse after verse, word after word, whether they understand it or not. But the last 10 surahs, those must be memorized. No, say it again. al-Ilaf Quraish. al-Ilaf Quraish. We repeat it, we memorize it, we carry it on our tongues, but rarely in our hearts. What is Surah Quraish? Why was it revealed? There is word from Makkah. The tribe of Quraysh has been exposed. Every child can recite it, but how many know its story? How many know why Allah addressed one tribe by name? This is the story of Quraysh, the story of people who ate in peace while others starved. The people who traveled the world and forgot the one who gave them that safety. But what made them so secure, we will find out in this story. Long before the Quraysh wrapped themselves in pride, there was hunger. A hunger so deep the desert itself seemed to cry. But arrogance is a seed that grows even in famine. And when their pride reached the sky, Allah the Most High sent down a reminder. Surah Quraish. Muhammad shames us wherever he speaks. Now he dares to bring verses against Quraysh? Against us? He calls us ungrateful? Ungrateful we, the guardians of the Kaaba? Maybe he only reminds us of what we once were. What we once were? We are the sons of Quraysh. Do you forget the days when this valley starved? When we fed it? When we saved it? And so the memory returned. A memory buried beneath gold and glory. There was a time when Mecca was nothing but stone and thirst. The wells were empty, and every night the same question filled the air. Will the sky ever show mercy? My children are fading, O Hubal. Have mercy, please have mercy. Inside the Kaaba stood 360 idols. Men and women bowed to them for rain and bread. But stones do not feed, stones do not answer. O Hubal, carry our prayers, let the clouds return. But no cloud came, no breeze carried hope. Only dust and silence and the slow death of patience. Mother, I am hungry. Please, just one piece of bread. There's no flour left. Even the mill has gone silent. And with the mill, Mecca itself fell 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 silent. Then one morning, a name was heard through the valley. a name spoken like hope itself. Hashim ibn Abdulmanaf. Who is it? What is that sounds? Caravans! It's him! It's him! Hashim ibn Abdulmanaf! He had traveled through the roads of Arabia to Syria and to Yemen, seeking what Mecca needed most, a way to live with honor. He fed the starving with his own hands, he gave water to the weak, and for the first time, hope rose again over Mecca. My people, if this house belongs to Allah, then His people must not starve. Let our caravans move in winter and in summer, to the south and to the north. Travel beyond the valley across deserts filled with raiders. We'll be killed before we see Yemen. Our camels will collapse, the roads are not safe. Perhaps he has lost his mind. You forget every tribe has an idol in the Kaaba. When you meet a bandit, say to him, "We are the keepers of your God in Mecca." So the idols that filled our house will be our shield on the road. And so it began. From the mountains of Syria to the coasts of Yemen, the caravans of Quraish moved. The word al-Ilaf was born. Familiarity, comfort, trust, a bond that made the dangerous safe and the hungry content. And with each journey, their respect grew. No one dared harm the keepers of the Kaaba. By Allah's will, the valley of hunger became the center of trade. And the hunger ended. Mecca breathes again. The tribe that once begged for bread now fed the world. The hunger ended, but comfort brings its own trial. The valley that once starved now breathed with life again. Perfumes from Yemen, spices from Syria, the laughter of children echoing between the mountains. The same Mecca that once wept in silence now shone as the heart of Arabia. From the north and from the south, their caravans came to Yemen in winter, to Syria in summer. The house that once saved them became a mirror for their pride. Do you know who I am? I am Quraish. The idols returned not from desperation but from forgetfulness. Hands that once begged for mercy now offered grain to stone. O Hubal, protect my husband's caravan. This was the Quraish, the tribe who forgot hunger and remembered pride. They remembered the house but forgot its Lord. Hashim had passed away, but the journeys he began, the travels of winter and summer continued. The people of Quraish grew in trade, in wealth and in pride. Mecca became the heart of Arabia. Caravans came from Yemen and from Syria, and every traveler spoke of the Quraish. But when their fame spread too far, jealousy stirred in other lands. In Yemen, a ruler named Abraha grew envious. I will destroy the Kaaba, and with my own hands, I will erase the pride of Mecca from the face of the earth. He wanted Yemen to replace Mecca as the center of trade. So he marched with elephants, intending to destroy the Kaaba, the house that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala had made sacred. But the house of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala needs no defenders. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala himself protected it. The army was destroyed, the Kaaba stood untouched. Every Quraishi saw it with their own eyes. They witnessed the power of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. They knew who saved them, but as years passed, the memory faded. The fear turned into pride once again. When Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala sent Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam from among them, the same tribe that had been saved, the same people who had been honored, they turned against him. People of Mecca, do not listen to him. He is my nephew. Yes, but he is mad. Look, the madman. Ha ha. They used the wealth and safety that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala had given them to fight his message. People of Quraysh, you are chiefs, leaders. Why do you not boycott him? Why do you not turn your faces away from him? She is right. Yes, boycott him, abandon him, break him. Then Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala revealed Surah Quraish as a reminder to the tribe who had forgotten. This was the mercy of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to remind them once more that safety and honor come only from Him.
Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. Now let's take a step back and look at this situation, not with heavy words, but in a simple, cinematic way. For the protection and comfort of Quraysh. The scholars explain that this surah is directly tied to Surah Al-Fil. When Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala destroyed Abraha and his mighty army, He did it not only to defend His house, but to soften the hearts of Quraysh, so they may realize His mercy and grow in love for the Lord who protected them. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala turned the terror of that day into calm. He gave peace to their hearts and honor to their name, Quraysh, not because they were powerful, but because He chose to bless them. This is how Surah Al-Fil and Surah Quraish stand together. One shows Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala power, the other His mercy. Their protection in the journeys of winter and summer. The word Ilaf means familiarity, comfort, and safety. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala blessed Quraysh with a rare gift, security in their travels. In winter, they journeyed to Yemen, a warm land filled with goods and trade. In summer, they traveled to Syria, where the air was cool and markets alive. These journeys became their lifeline. Food, clothing, wealth, all flowed through them. And even as deserts burnt and raiders struck others, no one dared harm the caravans of Quraysh, because every tribe respected them. For they were the keepers of the Kaaba, the house of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. We are Quraysh, the protectors of the Kaaba. Who will stop Quraysh? Who will challenge us? We are the sons of this valley. Every tribe has an idol in the Kaaba. When you meet a bandit, say to him, we are the keepers of your God in Makkah. If a bandit stopped them, they would simply say, we are Quraysh, the guardians of your idol at the Kaaba, and he would let them pass. Thus, their honor and safety were not from themselves, but from the blessing of the house. So let them worship the Lord of this house. Then came the command, so let them worship the one who gave them protection, the one who made their name known across Arabia. This verse was a gentle reminder, worship not the idols you carved, but the Lord of this house, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. The same Lord who protected His house from destruction and honored you because of it. The one who fed them against hunger and made them safe from fear. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala reminds Quraysh of their past, of the days when Makkah starved, when the land was barren and children cried from hunger. It was He who fed them, who opened trade routes through barren deserts, who filled their tables with provision and safety. They had nothing, but Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala gave them everything. He took them from hunger to abundance, from fear to peace. And yet when His final messenger, sallallahu alaihi wasallam, came from among them, they turned away. They used the very wealth He gave them to oppose His message. People of Makkah, do not listen to him. He is my nephew, yes, but he is mad, mad. Look, the madman. Ha ha ha. What did he say? Leave the gods of our fathers, abandon the faith of our ancestors. They used the wealth and safety that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala had given them to fight His message. People of Quraysh, you are chiefs, leaders. Why do you not boycott him? Why do you not turn your faces away from him? She is right, yes. Yes, boycott him, abandon him, break him. Then Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala reminds Quraysh of their past, of the days when Makkah starved, when the land was barren and children cried from hunger. It was He who fed them, who opened trade routes through barren deserts, who filled their tables with provision and safety. They had nothing, but Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala gave them everything. He took them from hunger to abundance, from fear to peace. And yet when His final messenger, sallallahu alaihi wasallam, came from among them and children cried from hunger, it was He who fed them, who opened trade routes through barren deserts, who filled their tables with provision and safety. They had nothing, but Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala gave them everything. He took them from hunger to abundance, from fear to peace. And yet when His final messenger, sallallahu alaihi wasallam, came from among them, they turned away. They used the very wealth He gave them to oppose His message. People of Makkah, do not listen to him. He is my nephew, yes, but he is mad, mad. Look, the madman. Ha ha ha. What did he say? Leave the gods of our fathers, abandon the faith of our ancestors. They used the wealth and safety that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala had given them to fight His message. People of Quraysh, you are chiefs, leaders. Why do you not boycott him? Why do you not turn your faces away from him? She is right. Yes. Yes, boycott him, abandon him, break him. Then Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala revealed Surah Quraish as a reminder to the tribe who had forgotten. This was the mercy of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to remind them once more that safety and honor come only from Him. Centuries have passed since Quraysh walked these streets. The idols are gone. The desert is filled with light and life. But the story still lives on. We read Surah Quraish today not as a story of a tribe, but as a mirror. Because we are Quraysh too. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala gave them food when they starved and peace when they feared. And us, He gives us homes, comfort and safety every single day. Yet how often do we forget who gave it? We plan our careers like they planned their caravans. We trust our paychecks like they trusted their trade. We call our peace our effort, our success our wisdom, our comfort our right. But the truth remains, just like Quraysh were honored because of the house, we are honored only because of our connection to the Lord of that house. Surah Quraish is not just history, it is a gentle warning to remember gratitude before arrogance. The Quraysh once said, "We are the protectors of the Kaaba." We are Quraysh, the protectors of the Kaaba. Who will stop Quraysh? Who will challenge us? And today we say, we are believers, we pray, we fast, we give, yet inside our hearts sometimes carry the same pride. When we forget humility, we become like them, thanking ourselves, not Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So let them worship the Lord of this house. That command was not only for Quraysh, it was for us too. Worship not because you must, but because every breath, every meal, every heartbeat comes from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. There was a time Quraysh forgot hunger and forgot the one who fed them. And there are times we forget emptiness when our souls starve even as our hands are full. When your heart feels restless, remember peace does not come from money or fame or plans. It comes from the same source that fed Quraysh in hunger and sheltered them in fear. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, the Lord of this house. Every recitation of Surah Quraish is a reminder. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala fed you, He protected you, He still does. So let this surah not stay on your tongue. Let it live in your heart. When you say the Quraysh, hear your own name in it, because the lesson wasn't only for them. It was for every heart that grows comfortable and forgets its Lord. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala gave Quraysh safety and honor so they could serve Him with gratitude. He gives us the same so we may live, worship and remember. This is the story of Quraysh, the story of how Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala fed a valley, protected a people and reminded them and us that safety and provision are never earned, they are gifted. So let them worship the Lord of this house, the one who fed them in hunger and gave them peace in fear. Remember Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala through His words. Your one click helps continue this journey of reminders. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.